Hello and welcome to the Giles Family Adventures. This is a video of my dad. He went onto the commons to film them cutting the grass while they were doing the scything. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So this video is all about that and how they got to the commons, the area they were scything. And a lady at one point talks about the scything and what they're doing and where they're doing it and everything. So hope you enjoy the video and we'll see you soon. Bye. Just to go through the plan today, basically this is the field, so it sort of runs from that side where the sort of ash and beech is just down there, to the sort of oak kind of at the far end. So whether we'll get it all done today, we shall see. But yeah, the plan is to cut the bracken, clear it probably mostly either under the oak trees or downhill, and I've got a sheet that we can sort of pile it on so we can drag it down, so it should be quite easy to shift it once we've got it onto the sheet. And also yeah, depending on how things go with time, just do a bit of bracken control, pulling and slashing as well. So this is part of the first cut management for this field, and then later in the year, when the machinery's here already, they'll come back through and do the second cut. So it's two cuts per year to get rid of the bramble. Just a bit of background, sort of why we're doing this work. Bracken really does take over habitats. It's very common on the commons, and you only just have to walk, a few metres round to have a look. Just on the other bit over there is a bit of bracken which will be left as a sort of separate bit, so it's not completely clearing the bracken at all, and it develops really big thickets, so it can grow up to a metre high, and when you see it sort of that kind of level, it shades absolutely hello dogs everything underneath it, and you sort of get the kind of woodland habitat. And once you've got a woodland habitat, the wildflowers underneath are very much shaded out. So if you go into the woodland, you tend to get very different plant communities underneath.
Watering the fun.
Well, maybe the one that marked the territory around there as well.
And yes,
my bag.
So historically this would have been grazed, and since the livestock were removed, a lot of the scrub has taken over, and so this site is quite an unusual in terms of conservation, and it's more kind of really keeping the grasslands open as much as possible, and really fighting back the scrub a bit. This site has been surveyed by Devon Biodiversity Record Centre, and it was identified as species-rich acid grassland, which is a very, very rare form of grassland. Obviously, it has acidic soils, so plants, it's a really quite an unusual plant community. So some of the species found, so we've got pignut, tormentor, betony, devil's biscuit, wood sage, heath lousewort, heath milkwort, heath bedstraw, and common dog violet. So some sites that qualify as species-rich grassland only have can qualify with only 4 indicated species, and this one's got sort of 8 to 10. So really good in terms of its biodiversity already. Hence why keeping the bracken back is really important. It is also in a high-tier stewardship agreement, this site, and it has got a supplement on it for bracken control. So Natural England see this work as really important as well. And yeah, just to mention in terms of species, historically the site's also supported lots of fritillary butterflies, so small pearl-bordered and pearl-bordered. I don't know if there's records of small pearl-bordered or pearl-bordered anymore, but as a meadow, it's obviously supporting huge number of insects and butterflies. So yeah, just quickly on the risk assessment side of things. Start with the scythes. They are very sharp, so just really keep your distance. 1.5 metres away was sort of so this is Adrian. He is Lord of the Mow, and we'll sort of be leading the first set of scythers, and then they'll be sort of following behind, kind of one at a time, to sort of keep that distance from each other. The tick risk is high. They have been particularly bad this year, so please just check yourselves all over afterwards. And particularly if you get bullseye rash, do make sure you tell your doctor, or if you're feeling any flu symptoms. Just say uneven ground. It will be very uneven. And yeah, just drink plenty of water. I've got sun cream in the bag, got water, got some cake for a break. Thank you. Yeah, that's broadly. It's just keep your distance. There are mattocks as well, which is obviously quite heavy for your back, so just watch your back. But yeah, carrying and stacking tools is the main thing. So please just don't leave rakes with the ends. We don't want anyone getting knocked out by a rake. So that's everything. So does everyone want to just do a quick introduction? Just say your name.
Chris, Adrian,
Andrew,
Linda.
Rose, Rob.
Nice.
There's a lot of A's.
And we've got 2 more coming, Mike and Morag. So they haven't turned up, but I've sent them some directions. So hopefully they can find us. I'm expecting a call if they can't. But good. I do also have some slashers. So if we're sort of finding that we're a bit behind with the scything and the mowing, scything and the raking, then I've got a few slashers as well, so we can sort of make progress kind of quicker. So does that sound all right to everyone?
What's a slasher?
A slasher is a long-handled, it's a weed slasher, so you just sort of walk along, kind of like that. So they are sharp, so be careful. And again, I've got a towel covering them, so do be careful.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want us to start raking up this section already? Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Cool. And the worst of the brambles are generally along this top section, and so it'd be handy if sort of 1 or 2 people were going along and just trimming some of the top area and just clearing some of the brambles initially, just knocking them back. And yeah, if we've got time to sort of dig out some brambles, obviously as much we can get back as possible will really knock them back. So yeah, if people are up for pulling and maticking and removing brambles as best as possible. Right, should we get started?
Andrew.
Thank you for watching the video. I know there wasn't very much of the actual scything, but you can see a little bit of what's going on, and you did get a nice explanation from the lady about what they were doing and what they were looking after. Hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.